the newly released BD1 by PortKeys. It's a dummy battery that's not so dumb. If you have any film equipment powered by MPF batteries, you're gonna want to keep watching. The humble MPF battery. It's been around for a long time. Originally created by Sony, it powers cameras, external monitors, sound equipment, lights, and wireless transmitters like this one here. But sometimes when you have a bunch of equipment on your camera rig that's all powered by separate MPF batteries, it gets pretty annoying to check which ones still have juice, and just mounting them can be a lot of hassle. And that's where something like a dummy battery is a really useful solution. Now, we've seen dummy batteries before, but PortKeys sent me their new product, the BD1, which is a double-sided NPF dummy battery. That means you can power and mount two devices, but the BD1 has another trick up its sleeve. If you spin this yellow screw at the front to loosen it, you can split it into two halves. And if you look on the inside, there's 4 connectors, meaning that you can mount the 2 halves in 4 different orientations, depending on what suits your device, based on the cables or the shape and size. Let's have a look at how this actually works in practice. So I'm gonna grab this monitor over here. It is a PortKeys LH5P2. As you can see, powered by NPF on the back here. And I'm gonna grab a wireless video transmitter, also powered by NPF. We get our PortKeys BD1. We're gonna slot it into the monitor here. And then we're gonna grab our transmitter and we're gonna slot that onto the back. And there you go, self-contained as one unit. If you want to change the orientation, spin the yellow screw here, loosen it up, and then we're just gonna put this horizontally. Stick it in there. Transmitter back on, much better profile now. So let's stick this on a camera. You need some juice. We're gonna grab a V-mount battery, which has a D-tap on the top. We are going to pop this in here. And then we're gonna bring over our very lightweight FS7 rig here. We're gonna pop that V-mount battery on the back, grab our monitor and transmitter combo, and to mount that, obviously, we're gonna use something like a cold shoe monitor mount. And then we grab that barrel connector and we are going to stick that in the side here, and there you have it. Very, very handy to have the monitor and the transmitter as one unit, powered by one cable. And of course you can bring in your HDMI or your SDI cable, but I think the BD1 is really going to shine on smaller camera rigs. Here we have a Sony FX6. It's powered by a BPU battery that has 2 D-tap outputs on the back. So if we plug that back in, put our monitor on top, and then plug it into the D-tap port. We're gonna fire up the monitor and the transmitter. So we can see the monitor's on and the transmitter is on, both being powered by the BD1 in the middle here. Very, very fantastic, lightweight solution. I think it's gonna be a no-brainer for a lot of people who wanna save space on their rig. I can't really fault it. It does what it's supposed to do. It's simple. Now, if there's any nerds still watching, I'm just gonna pull it off and we're gonna have a look at it in a little bit more detail. So if we look on the 2 halves of the BD1, we see that one half says DC output 7 to 16.8 volt, and the other side says DC output 8 volt. Make sure that this is appropriate for devices. So far, I haven't had any issues. On the other side, we see that the input is 7 to 16.8 volt, and it also can be powered via USB-C at 15 volts max. So that's really handy as well if you're powering it from a large power bank. BD1 from PortKeys. It's a great piece of kit. I'm gonna put a link in the description below. I'm Luke Duggan. Thank you very much for watching.